Hi, it's that Lavallais chick, and I'm here to talk about my top 3 favorite villains today. I'm not somebody who loves to hate anything. I either love it or I hate it. And I don't like villains at all. But there are a couple that I find sympathetic, and these are the ones that are on my list today. Number 3 is Prince Nuada from Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. He was evil, and well, he wasn't really evil, but he wanted to kill all of humanity, and he had, no qualms in doing that. But I loved him. He was so awesome. He could give Lavallais a run for his money. And the reason why he wanted to kill all humanity was sympathetic. They were exiled to the forest for killing a bunch of humans with this golden army in a war that was started by the humans. He just wants to reclaim what was once theirs and protect his own people. If you were to take the humans in this story and replace them with orcs, you would say he was justified. You would call him a hero. Well, at least I did. I mean, he looked kind of funny, and all in all, it probably would have killed me, but I was totally in love with him. He was awesome. Number 2 on my list is everyone's favorite villain, Magneto, from basically all the X-Men movies. Magneto definitely went too far most of the time, but you still related to him. When I fell in love with Magneto was when Michael Fassbender came into the franchise in X-Men First Class, and he was going around avenging his mother's death with this awesome theme music playing underneath. Then there was that moment when Xavier taught him how to use his powers by tapping into his emotions and not just his anger. But it doesn't help that pretty much every X-Men movie, backs up Magneto's belief, because it really does seem like it's kill or be killed for the mutants most of the time. And that leads to my number 1 villain. She is definitely not as justified as the other 2 villains on my list. She had a reason to be angry, just not at the person she was angry at. Just not at the person she was angry with. With that, my number 1 villain is Regina, the evil queen from Once Upon a Time. Actually, unlike the other 2 villains on my list, I didn't like Regina when she was strictly evil. She was holding a grudge against Snow White for something she did when she was like 12. Seriously, a grown woman should know better. But it was when Once Upon a Time went to Neverland that I really started to like Regina. She was able to set aside her differences and work with the Charmings to free her adopted son, Henry. Now she has totally traded places with Emma, and she's the hero of the story. Of course, they only let that last a half a season, but still, she is one of the good guys now. I love the fact that now, even though she's a hero, she still hasn't lost her edge. She is willing to do what is morally questionable to save her loved ones. So some of you may not agree with the order of my list. I ordered them in ascending range of redemption. Prince Nuada, although he was awesome, he was willing to kill his twin sister in order to get what he wanted. Magneto is willing to team up with the good guys whenever the world is at stake. And Regina, the least justified of the villains on my list, but she is also the only one who has completely redeemed herself and is now using her powers for good to help people. She's a hero. She's completely gone from villain to hero. So That's why she's number one on my list. Because like I said before, I do not like villains. I like these villains because, you know, the first two, they have reasons to be the way they are. I do not agree with their methods, but I do agree with their reasons. And Regina, I agree she was wronged, but the person she was angry at should have been her mother, and that's Snow White. In the end, she learned how to turn her anger to the right people, and she's redeemed herself. That's my list. Who are your favorite villains? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please like and subscribe.